Greetings, brothers and sisters. It's good to be with you again and to share some thoughts concerning our beloved Lord. This coming Sunday is the second Sunday of Easter. And our topic for this Sunday is, how do we recognize Jesus? In the Gospel today, or on that day, we read, the same day as two of Jesus' disciples were leaving Jerusalem, Jesus joined them as they walked. They did not recognize him. But in the evening, when he had seated himself with them to eat, he took bread, pronounced the blessing, then broke the bread and began to distribute it to them. With that, their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, whereupon he vanished from their sight. Rushing back to Jerusalem, they recounted what had happened on the road and how they had come to know him in the breaking of bread. For our meditation, he broke bread and said, "Take this and eat it. This is my body. It is given up for you." How do we recognize Jesus in the breaking of bread? Well, it was obvious that this action meant a lot to him, since he said, "Do this in memory of me." But giving himself up to be eaten? Isn't there another greater way of expressing intimate love? Assuming that this action of Jesus is expressing his desire of sharing intimate love. Well, how many times have we heard a mother say to her baby as she hugged and kissed it with all her affectionate love, "Honey, I love you so much, I could eat you alive." I've heard it many times. For us human beings, our greatest way of sharing our intimate love is by uniting ourselves with the one we love. Being inside the beloved in some way. That's it. Not just being in the other or the other being in us, but being both together as one, and yet themselves. We call that unconditional love, unconditional divine love. And that's the way the three persons in God love each other. Some Christians believe that Jesus did not mean that bread became his real body. But here at La Ermita with us, that does not stop us from inviting them to eat his body and drink his blood when they come. Because even if they do not accept this reality, they know that they have no problem accepting symbols of love. We all will hold a photograph of our beloved to our heart or kiss it in order to share our love with the person it represents. And it's only a photograph. But much more than that, isn't it? Because we always feel a union of love in doing that. We say we love Jesus, But how do we know that our love is not only in our hearts, in our words? How do we allow Him to share His love with us? Do we, like the two disciples, recognize Him and feel His presence in the breaking of bread? Do we allow our imagination to join our heart in experiencing Jesus' presence within us in this holy union, communion? Again, we know only one way to love the other, be they human or our beloved Father, Mother Sophia, and Brother Jesus. There is no other way. Love is love. Even though the instrument through which it is shared with another may be different, but we can only share it through our instruments of love, our body in some way. May Jesus desire to share the depth of His love with His body and blood, as well as with His Spirit. Teach us deeply each time we intimately unite our bodies with His. This was His chosen way to share His intimate love with us. May it mean do tremendous things for us as well. For He and we are love. Now that we know that some differences, let's make sure we're in good hands. May our Father, Mother Sophia, and Brother Jesus bless you all abundantly with His love. Amen.